You should have seen it. The richest king in all the world had everything in his mansion prepared for the wedding of his son. The banquet hall was decorated. The banquet table was set. His servants had gone to gather the guests. The servants weren't only providing transportation, but had in their hands the invitations and the attire the guests needed to wear. The guests that were invited could not afford the proper clothes to wear to this wedding, no matter how rich they may have been. So the king funded the custom-tailored garments the invitees were to wear to the wedding event. The guests were rich and poor, diverse in race and nationality. There were good people and there were bad people, some healthy, some were not. It was a hodgepodge of all kinds of people. All the guests finally arrived to the mansion and were all seated in the banquet hall. The king came in to welcome all the guests. As he walked down the aisle between the banquet tables, he saw this one man who had on this skimpy-looking suit. In a tone full of sadness and concern, he said to the man, "Friend?" Yes, the king called the guest friend. "How in the world did you come here to the wedding in that skimpy suit? And I provided the proper clothes for you to wear. The suit I provided to you cost more than you could ever pay for. I emptied my bank account out to pay for the suit. You in your mind have insulted me, and by your actions have spat in my face and said that you are better than me and can wear whatever you want and do whatever you want in my house." The king instructed his servants to take the man, handcuff him, and throw him out. You'll find this story in chapter 22 of Matthew 1 through 14. Jesus told this parable to illustrate what coming into his kingdom of grace, our hearts, or coming into submitted relationship with him was like. Coming into a relationship with him is the beginning of eternity and goes into Jesus' kingdom of glory, his soon coming, taking us to heaven. The garment spoken of in this parable is Christ's righteousness, his character. We are given the invitation to come into right relationship with Christ. When we give ourselves to Christ, we are accepting his character, his righteousness. We admit we need Christ to replace self. We look to him, we behold, we meditate on him. We commune constantly with Christ, and his mind and thoughts replace our minds and thoughts. See Philippians 2:5. 2 Corinthians 3:18 and Romans 12:2. The expensive wedding garment was paid for by Christ allowing himself to be murdered. His righteous life was given so that we could have our filthy lives replaced by his blood-stained garment, giving us a pure, clean garment. The King is God the Father. The Bible speaks of the book of life and names being in books, one being the book of life, and a judgment happening, Daniel 7:10, Revelation 20:12. Those who have chosen Christ choose his life and choose life, and chosen Christ's life to replace their life, giving the right to have a perfect record in life eternal, putting their names in the book of eternal life. Because Christ represents those who choose him, their record is cleared of sin and counted righteous, saved. When those refuse to allow Christ to be the all in all in their lives, they are refusing the proper wedding garment and telling God, I can do it better by myself. What I have on is better than anything you can give me. Self is better than you, Jesus. This is why the parable ends in Matthew 22:14. Many are invited, but few accept and submit to the condition. The condition? Choose Christ who loves you the best and most, and let him have his way and will in your life and not your own. God desires all of us to be chosen. I'm just sharing.
IJS, sharing the good.